stuffed fish. Okay. Can you all like go to the front? So I want everybody to be inside. Mrs. Stevenson, can I start? So, okay, we'll be doing sambal stuffed fish today. So we're using ikan kembung. Okay, you can ikan kembung is from the mackerel family. So you can use other fish for from the mackerel family. Okay, because okay, first I'll tell you what are the other fish you can use. You can use ikan selar, which is torpedo scat, and you can also use ikan kembung, ikan selar, and ikan cencaru. Yes. Okay, ikan cencaru is from the common name for it is yellow banded scat or yellow striped scat. Yes.
Those are oily fish or white fish.
Yes. So if you were paying attention just now, you would have been able to know. When I say this is from the mackerel family, which oily.
So
yes, oily fish.
Which fish can be stored longer in the freezer? Oily fish or white fish?
Oily fish or white fish?
Can be stored longer in the freezer.
I'm not okay. I think it should be oily fish because oily fish has a higher fat content, right? So it will. Okay, so it shouldn't get deteriorate that fast. Okay, but having said that, fish when you remove it when you thaw it, right, and then you are not supposed to freeze it or refrigerate it back because the condition has already deteriorated. So never make the mistake of freezing it again. Okay? Did I answer your question, Lily?
But white fish can be stored longer.
Okay, then that's my mistake. I'm so sorry. Based on what Liping says, right, I think that white fish can be stored longer, maybe because fats. We learn about fats, right? It can the rancidity point. Yeah. So white fish has less fat as compared to oily fish. So in that viewpoint, right? So white fish should be able to be stored longer than oily fish. Okay, moving on. So as I was saying that you can use any fish from the mackerel family for this dish because other fish will simply do no justice to this dish because it doesn't bring up the essence, the flavor, and the essence, the texture, and the authentic flavor of the dish. Okay, like I said, this is a Nyonya Malaysian dish. Yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna teach you how to gut the fish. How many of you know how to cut fish? Anyone? None? Okay. So later, you all must, when you go back to your desk, you will practice this dish, okay? Those of you who already know, please allow your friends to practice. Okay, maybe what I'll do is, I'll ask I will show you how to identify, what are the ways to identify fresh fish, okay? So, when you are buying fish, the skin should be bright and shiny, okay? And the flesh should be firm. So when you press it, it should spring back, okay? So, yes. And then the eyes should be bright, clear, and bulging, okay? And the gills should be red, okay, bright red or pink. So you use your aroma, you use your appearance, aroma and touch to identify fresh fish. So aroma is, yes, you smell the fish, okay, whether it's mild and fresh fish, okay? Yeah, mild and fresh aroma. Okay, and then we move on to cutting fish. Okay, so first, what we want to do is remove the scales. No, remove the fins first, okay? Because this always get in the way when you scale the fish and all that. So when you panic, don't forget to put newspaper. So please remember to, I've already given you newspaper, so make sure you spread the newspaper. And then your entrails and all that, I mean the fish entrails, you throw it on the newspaper and then you dispose of it here, okay? Ah, shaking. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you cut the... Okay, I forgot the fins names, but I mean it was quite nice to know this is the anal fin, then there's pectoral fin and ventral fin. So y'all can go and read up if you're interested. Okay, keep your scissors close to the edge and when you cut. Yes. No, okay, my way of doing it is that I cut the fins out first so that it's easier, it doesn't get in the way when I scale the fish. Okay? So you can do it the other way also, it's really up to you, but make sure you remove the scales. Don't forget to remove the scales. Okay, make sure you feel along the back of the fish and wherever that there were fins. When after you cut, you feel it to see whether there's any sharp pointed edges. Okay, when you feel, you will know whether you missed out any fins. Okay. Okay, so now the fins are done. So we're gonna do scaling. I'll just borrow your chopping board first, okay? Okay, so now we scale the fish. So you hold your knife at an angle and then you... Wow, this fish got a lot of scales. The ones that I've practiced on were not as scaly, or is that ice? I'm not too sure. Hold the fish firmly and you hold your knife at an angle as you scrape the scales off. All these things that I have on my knife, you can see, right? These are the scales. Okay, so later y'all can go back to your place and practice this. Okay, and then now I want to show you how to gut the fish. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward my steps, okay, so that you all get what I'm doing. Yeah.
No.
Use a knife to if you find it hard to just do it with your bare hands, you just use a knife to point out the gills. Okay. Okay, what I'm doing is a bit different from the textbook, okay? So you see this part of the fish, right? This part. Okay, you use your scissors, cut right at the tip. Okay, y'all have a close look. Cut here. Okay, cut right here. Hold the fish right at the back. Okay, and then one sharp swift pull.
One. You do.
Not as swift as I thought, but yes. These are the entrails. Okay.
Amala, go, Amala. Okay, I do it.
Okay, so these are the entrails. Okay. What are entrails? Wei Min, can you tell me what are entrails? Okay, entrails are the internal organs of the fish. Okay, so why can't we cook fish with the entrails? Anyone knows? Ah, yes, I heard poison. Okay. What is meant by that is that, okay, the entrails contain a lot of toxic substances, right? Whatever the fish eats, you want to consume that, right? And the sight of it, is it appealing? No. Can you imagine eating this in your fish? No, right? So we want to remove that. This fish is called a drawn fish, the market form of fish, with the entrails removed. There are other forms, okay, dressed, fillet, and steak. Okay. Then we cut this off. Okay, after you... Oh, by the way, I thought this was nice to see. Okay, anyways, after you have taken out the entrails, right? You make sure you wash the fish properly, okay? Put your finger inside, okay? Remove any entrail that didn't come out earlier, okay? No. Any questions so far with regarding the gutting of fish? Are you all excited? Yes. Good. Those who say no, die have to do. So just brace yourselves and do it. Okay, then we cut off the tail. So when the fish is done, you just wash it properly, okay? I wash it under the running. Yes.
Why must you cut the tail?
Okay, I wish you had asked me the question before I cut the tail. Okay, okay, if you cut the tail, right? I don't know, does it look nice? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if I could, right, I would cut off the head because it really is so scary. Okay, coming back to your question. I think the tail should be removed. Yes, please remove the tail.
Okay,
because
keep it.
yes, you can if you like it that way. But okay, in terms of presentation, it's not very appealing. When no, okay. So if you, I mean, in terms of, you know, it's very hard to cook the fish with this tail in the wok or in the pot. Yeah. So if you remove it, it's easier to cook. It will fit nicely in the pot, in the pan. Yes. Okay. So actually, what you should do is you put your fish in this freezer. In this, what you call this?
You go
Yes,
back.
that's it.
No.
And then you wash, okay? You don't
come back.
run it under the tap. We want to save water, right? Okay, then you run under the water. Later I will do that. Okay, and then now, where's the towel? Okay, so now I want to teach you how to pound. I said earlier, this is a Nyonya dish, right? Okay, so maybe y'all can move over to this side. We're gonna do the pounding. Then order. No, but okay, I would prefer that you pound the chili first. Okay, because you want to control the texture of the sambal, right? So you grind the chili first. The rest of the ingredients will be you can control the texture. If you do the chili last, I've been trying this for the past few times I did this dish, and the rest of your sambal becomes very very fine. The paste is very fine. Okay, so you do your chili first. Okay, so why do I say this is a Nyonya dish? Okay, a Nyonya lady is trained from an early age to in all the domestic arts. Okay, so there's cooking, sewing, and your subservient behavior. So when so matchmakers are often called in just before meal times to see the bright light, because when the kitchen is bustling with food preparations and the rempah is spice based, is being pounded. Okay, it is said that the matchmaker is able to detect by the sound of the pounding what ingredient is being pounded and whether the which ingredient is being pounded and whether the person pounding is an experienced cook. Okay, so
It's very nice.
so a rhythmic pattern to the pounding will give away the presence of the good cook. Okay? So what we want to achieve today in the pounding is a consistency that is smooth yet not liquid, textured yet not coarse. Okay? That is why we use
Tempura.
granite
This one is green what?
mortar and pestle so that
I
you
don't
can
know.
control the texture. If you were to use a blender, do you think you can control the
I
texture?
think it's oven.
Why not?
Sure.
Maybe you should take out your thing.
Think fast. Yes. The blades just cut through the whatever food it is, whether it's garlic or basil leaves, okay, it just cuts through everything. But if you use mortar and pestle, right, the grinding and pounding action, okay, burst allows the cell walls to burst and release intense flavors and aromas that contribute to the flavor of the dish.
So
Okay, so I will show you what is the appropriate way to pound. So grab a stool from the corners of the room. Okay, place a cloth underneath your pestle and mortar, and please use the granite ones. Please share because there are not enough to go around for each group. Okay, and place your ingredients in the center of the pestle and mortar, and sort of Jamie Oliver calls this bashing, but we call it pounding, right? And what this other action, we call it grinding, and Jamie Oliver has cooler words for it. He calls this muddling. Okay, so what you do is that you pound, okay, and then you sort of go around in a circular motion. This will help you keep the ingredients centralized, okay, where you want it to be, and it will also prevent the food from ricocheting all the other directions. Okay. Okay, so this is what you should be testing out later. Okay. Are there any questions at this juncture? No? Can you do it on the table? Okay. But this is not our property. We have to be very concerned for our school property. Okay. So using it on the stool, right? And when in that motion, in that posture, you are able to sort of stabilize the pestle and mortar and work on it easier. Okay. Over here, it might damage the table. Okay. So also, what you want to do is place a cloth underneath the pestle and mortar. Okay, to hold it firm to the stool. Okay, and also hold the pestle and mortar with your hand.
Why never soak water? Your friend say must soak.
Who said?
The teacher say must be soak. Teacher say must soak is soak. The why she never soak is soak.
Okay.
Because this is fish. The one is shellfish.
Then what about osmosis?
Oh, putting it in salt water, it will cause the water to migrate into the shellfish itself, and also salt to enter it so that it will be slightly more flavorful.
So is there a question? Okay, yes. Okay, so if there's a question as to whether you need to salt the fish, yes. Why do we need to salt the fish? Because we want to get rid of the fishy smell, fishy odor, right? So what you can do is to grab some salt rub it. I'm not going to show that to you because it's really very basic. You can attempt it later. And I'm not done with my fish yet. I still want to scale it and all that. So what you can do is grab some salt, rub it on your fish, okay, front, back, and if you have made an incision on your fish, like you cut it lengthwise or so, you can rub it on the inside as well. That will help to remove the fish later. You can also use lemon juice, okay, to get rid of the smell. Yes, okay, coming back to our dish. So I've cleaned and done my sambal and all that. So what you want to do is to make a cut on your fish. Okay. If any of you have done this dish before and you are comfortable with making an incision here on the abdominal cavity, you can do so. Okay, for me, I find that the fish for the stuffing, okay, if you're not clear, this is for the stuffing. For me, I find that the stuffing tends to fall out into the frying pan, okay? So I prefer to do it on the back, okay? You see this line here, this is where the backbone is. So you cut next to it, okay, you make a cut. Okay, I presume the knife is not sharp enough, so we have to cut longer. Okay, it's done. Okay, you can cut about just so. Just ensure that you have enough to stuff a generous helping of sambal. Okay, make slits on either side, both sides on me. Okay, and then you have enough space to stuff your sambal. Okay, and then when you can use a butter knife or you can use your finger, your hands, yes, to stuff your paste inside. And then pack it so that it doesn't fall out into the frying pan. Okay. And yes, you can cut this part if you want, triangular, so that it looks better for presentation. My mother always does that, yeah. So I'm not going to do that because I think it spoils the niceness of the dish. Okay. So yes, any questions? That's a very creative question. You can try. If you stuff it through the mouth, it's probably gonna stuff it from here.
It's not a chicken.
Okay, over here there's a lot of bones. If you have deboned the fish, you can try that. But you would probably want to stick to the tried and tested ways of either making an incision at the underbelly or along the back of the fish. Okay? Any questions?
Can we put like the diagonal slits on the surface?
And then put your stuff like that.
We did that.
You can if you would like to, yes, if you are grilling. Yes. Oh, by the way, the method of cooking for this fish. The method of cooking for this dish is shallow frying. Oh, we are doing shallow frying. So, just as we did for the Mutai and Pestle, right? We're going to be sharing cooking stations. So we'll be using this orange pan, okay? Yes. And for shallow frying, we will use about half cup, quarter to half cup of oil. Okay, so two groups fry your fish together. So there'll be 2 fish in the pan at any one point. Okay.